Charlesease, everything you need to know when you need to know it, man. Yo, I just wanted to tap a little bit on this Terrence Crawford Errol Spence fight, man. The 29th of this month. They saying it's the biggest fight, the most on the line in 40 years, man. And I just wanted to, man, I can't decide who I'm going with. This shit is back and forth, back and forth. 1 week I'm on Crawford, favoring him. Next week I'm favoring Errol. Kind of like when you got one of them good classic hip-hop albums. You know, one day this is your favorite song. Next day that's your favorite song. You feel me? Just going back and forth through the whole list. This fight is like that, man. This fight is like that. But one thing, I be hearing people be like this, the fight is so close, but I hear people saying, and it's mostly Errol's fans, and they got this from Errol saying that he was going to break Terrence and all that. He was going to break his will. But to break a person's will, that sounds like you really winning by a long distance, a long shot. That sounds like it's going to be, how can I say this? It's going to be a blowout. In basketball terms or football, whatever, even though you don't play boxing, it sounds like it's going to be a blowout. I think this fight is too tight for a blowout, man. I don't think nobody's will is going to be broke. Like I said, to break somebody's will, that means maybe they shouldn't even be in the ring with you. I don't want to say that, but just to say you're going to break somebody's will, it sounds like you saying you're going to blow this fighter out the water, man. Like I said, it's a lot of Errol fans saying this. Of course, they getting it from Errol, man. But I think the fight is too close for anybody's will to be broke, man. For real. Might be a knockdown, might be, I don't know. You feel me? I think it's going to go the distance, man. I don't see nobody's will being broke. Why? Because it's too competitive of a fight, man. The fight is just too competitive, man, for me to see anybody pulling away. It's too competitive. And see, we got people contradicting themselves. They saying it's going to be competitive and all this. It's a close fight. It's a pick-em fight. But then how is people saying this man's will is going to be broke when you just said it's going to be a competitive fight? It's kind of a contradiction, man. And also, Errol, he be talking about Terrence's resume. Oh, he ain't fought nobody. Okay, Errol might have a better resume, but I want to say this. Yeah, Errol might think Terrence ain't fought nobody, but is that going to change in Errol's mind that Errol think he going up against another great fighter? Despite if he fought somebody, despite if he got some good names on his resume, Errol knows he's going up against another pound for pound historical fighter, man, a great fighter. So all that is out the window. And another thing, Errol saying he's the A side, which I think he is. It comes down to putting butts in the seats, but I can see where Crawford might have held out, thinking he might have been the A side, but Errol is a bigger draw. So we could say Errol is the A side, but don't think 1 minute because Errol think he's the A side and because Errol think Terrence ain't really fought nobody. Errol don't think, he's not saying that thinking, yo, this is going to be a walk in the park. He's not saying that, yo, this is the same as any other fight. This is the same as any other training camp. You feel me? Yeah, Errol say some stuff, man. But Errol also know, and he just said it. He said, I needed this dance partner. We needed each other. You feel me? I needed this dance partner. We needed each other, man. So despite what Errol say about this man's resume, about the A side, B side, whatever, the bottom line is Errol knows this is not just another fight. Errol knows this is not just another training camp, man. And vice versa, Terrence said that he didn't need Errol on his resume. Yes, Terrence, he had a lot of accomplishments in the past, 140, all of that, man. Undisputed, he had a lot of accomplishments. But let's be real. Let's keep it so real, Terrence. You needed Errol, bro. You needed Errol, man. Or forever. This fight where people was going to ask you, man, what happened to that Errol Spence fight? You was a great fighter, but you was one of the best fighters, but you was one of the best welterweights, but why didn't you fight Errol? See, your name is, whether you have fought this man or not, your name, Terrence, would have been, is going to be forever tied to Errol Spence. You needed this dance partner as well as Errol, man. You needed this dance partner. Yes, you needed Errol like Errol needed you, man. You feel me? Yes. Because this, like I said, this sends him into a whole nother stratosphere. This win, this fight, this win, whoever wins it, sends the fighter into a whole nother stratosphere, man. So I just wanted to unload that shit, man. You feel me? Like I said, I'm going back and forth, man. 1 week is Errol, 1 week is Terrence, man. The fans gonna win, man. Listen, this fight's so close. I don't see nobody's will being broke, man. Period. Somebody might get hurt, whatever. We know Crawford, one of the greatest finishers, as well as, Errol Spence, too. We know the punishment Errol inflict, but I think this fight is such a pick'em, such a close fight, man. It's going to the cards, man. Nobody's will be broken. Yeah. Skill versus will. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, July 29th, man. Charlesease, everything you need to know, when you need to know it. That's my time until next time. You dig?